This is just a very quick response to a video by IDeist about what the evolutionary benefits of self-awareness might be. And this is just a pure speculation, but my guess would be something to do with an enhancement of bodily awareness. Certainly all even remotely evolved animals that have got a central nervous system have got some equivalent of bodily awareness. They know where their limbs are, if they've got limbs. They know where the outer surface of their body is, and they have sensory organs to correspond to these surfaces, these limb actions, and they have sensory organs which correspond to positive and negative aspects of their environment. So there's some kind of, we might not call it awareness, but there's some kind of model of the body of an organism, even at a very simple level. I think if you take that and that's going to be just that model of a body, not self-reflective, not awareness, but just the model of a body, it's got to be of benefit to an organism. It's more likely to survive if it's got that model. I think if you extend that so that not only does it have that model, but it has the ability to predict what will happen to that model, to that body in different situations, and even simpler animals, relatively simple animals, have got that capacity. They can predict what will happen if they go into certain situations. So they're starting to model not just their body as it is at this moment in time, but how their body will be affected by certain other situations. And that's going to be an evolutionary advantage to be able to do that, because you can avoid those situations. I think if you get an organism and it's not only is it aware of its body as it is at that moment, not only is it aware of how it might be affected by slight changes in the environment and be able to predict those changes, but if you say it's also starting to be able to predict what's happening in its social environment with other organisms of its kind, so it's starting to develop a kind of interactive relationship to its body, how its body might relate to other bodies, and again start to predict those kind of things. That's got to be an advantage. We swim in a sea of other beings, and social creatures like us do. So there's again an evolutionary advantage to having a body image which is extended into potential futures, but also imaginatively extended into a kind of social set of engagements. I think you're sailing very close to what we call self-awareness by this point. You're starting to not only model what your body would do in certain situations, but you're also starting to model how other organisms of your kind, other animals, other primates in this case, how other primates are imagining what you're going to do. So I think you have an evolutionary advantage. If you were in a crowd of primates and you were able to think that monkey over there is thinking this about me, this monkey is imagining my actions to be this, you would have an evolutionary advantage, because you would be able to either correspond to that action and cooperate, or you'd be able to resist going that action and behave in a more unpredictable and potentially competitively advantageous way. So I think all those reasons might be give a good evolutionary account of why it's useful to have self-awareness. I don't know if it's true or not, but right now my money's on something like an extension and a series of enhancements of what's basically a body image in a creature like us that operates that's mobile and that operates in largely a social environment. Okay, I hope that's useful.